Hey, in this video, we're going to talk about how you can easily get rid of over the top. So many people out there suffering with this. Causes you to pull it, slice it, get no distance at all on your drives. And it's not that hard to fix once you understand one or two little things. So if you're looking for more distance off the tee, you want to get rid of that slice, then keep watching. Hey, this is Steve from HitItLonger.com. If you're looking for more easy distance, then like and subscribe for more content like this. So quite often the root cause of going over the top should look something like this. This move here, let's check it out with a club. Something like this kind of pattern really originates in the hips and then the shoulders. So let me show you what I mean. Here, if I position my left hip, and you can use a wall at home or a chair if you would like to do some swings like this, I'm going to position this about 5 to 6 inches from the chair to my left hip bone. Generally, someone who comes over the top is not allowing this left hip to slide laterally 5 to 6 inches. That is the average of the pros you see swinging on TV, and that's why you rarely ever see anybody over the top on TV unless it's completely by design and completely their style, like you might have seen like a Craig Stadler or a Bruce Litsky, but you just don't see that very often, that style anymore. I just don't think you can hit the ball far enough to keep up with today's tour with that style, unless you're a really big guy like those two guys were. But watch what happens as I go back. If my left hip pivots inside the chair this way, see, there is no lateral movement. It almost throws my head over to my front foot. Do you see how that very naturally happens? It's hard to do this and keep the head back unless you get something really strange going on. And so this pivot action of this hip just kind of retrogressing back this way really throws the right shoulder high and over the target line. Let's look at that from this angle again. So I'm not going to let my hip slide at all. I'm just going to pivot it this way. And you see how it forces the right shoulder kind of over. And now we've got that down and across move that makes us hit those big slices with an open face and lose all our distance. So instead, what you're looking to do here, and take a club just with the right arm, halfway back, and just practice just going and just bump right into the chair. And what I like to tell my students when we work together is, I want you to pretend that your hip bone is kind of like a karate chop. So rather than a fist or a hand, and rather than, let's say, stone blocks or wood, something like that, you're going to really pound through. We're going to use the hip bone, and this is going to be our stone block that we're trying to crack. So it's like a sideways karate chop with your left hip here, and you start the downswing by ki, just like that. In fact, you really want to go high level, there would be a forceful exhalation as you're doing this, and ki. That's why they say ki when they punch. That forceful exhalation will really get you trunk stabilized and able to turn and move even quicker. So here, and slide 6 inches. Don't just slide only, you might try to, watch this, rotate a little bit as you slide. See, I'm rotating my chest away from you right here, trying to show my back to the camera. Now, what does this do? This is going to drop the right shoulder into a low position, allows the head to stay more center instead of, remember, this motion, just pivoting backwards with this hip. See, that tends to throw the head forward. The head will stay back behind the ball. You'll get a weight shift, and you'll get this tilt in your spine, dropping the right hip and shoulder low. automatically, watch what happens if we just execute this move. The club drops into a shallow position. It makes it virtually impossible. I suppose if you really wanted to prove me wrong, you could make your arm do something spectacularly strange. But if you just do the pivot action from the top, it's really going to drop that club into a shallow angle coming into the ball from the inside. You're going to be able to go into it upwards and from the inside, where all that easy distance is going to come from. Now, I know you don't want to drag a chair to the range, just to show you how this would work. Of course, you're going to practice this move at home. You can use a chair, or a wall will work just fine. You just won't be able to follow through with the club. You just bump into the wall with your hip. 5 to 6 inches is great. Just to show you, I'll do a soft one just to show you how this would work with the ball. And you see how I finish up? I touch it, and then when I turn through, my belt buckle and my pelvis is pushed up against the chair, just like this. Now you can see all my weight is so much on my left foot, I can actually pick my right foot off the ground. And that's also important for getting some easy power too, is completing that weight shift, which this will help you. It's a bonus. But what we're really doing here is dropping that right side. You can come into the ball in that power angle, up and out into the golf ball, and hit it for days without looking like you're swinging hard. This is one of the big secrets that guys like Rory McIlroy, they use this motion, this lateral pivot, in order to hit the ball very, very long and straight. So if you are an over-the-top slicer, please give this drill a couple of weeks, over and over and over again, just like this. Push that chair up in the air and turn. Close the gap, push it up in the air and turn. Then go to the range and do some half swings, work your way up, and hopefully within a little while you're going to be hitting it longer and straighter than you ever have before. Hey, I'm Steve. Head over to my website, hititlonger.com. If you want more content like this, if you want to support the channel, there's memberships on there with exclusive content and opportunities to work with me one-on-one. Great products that I endorse. And if you just want to support the channel for free, then like, subscribe, comment, and share this with another slicer that you know. As usual, I'll either see you in the next video or I'll see you longer and straighter down the fairway. Everybody take good care.